Same people that went to the place where I was working saying that black people shouldn't be in charge of stuff are following me around in Beverly Hills trying to say that they're not having a good time and they can somehow do better without black people being around. That's how I've been losing my jobs. Their psychotic responses while they're destroying stuff and then saying that their lawyers will take care of it and they'll just scare people so that they won't actually get away with it. They keep timing their walking. I tried talking to them and they have said nothing, especially if I was talking to them directly. There was a actual MIT office over here that I used to go to before they started attacking it by breaking the windows every single time I was around it. Went there to make sure that there was no patents being broken or laws being broken, and also went to the patent office where they also attacked that and said that it was black people's fault. This way because there's been people trying to attack me in the same spots where they attacked the MIT people that I was talking to, so I wouldn't be able to talk to them. Got kicked out of the library for no reason. They kept saying there was no reason, but we just had to. I had the meeting with them. They said that, oh, it's forgiven. Nope, they're still trying to say that since they heard it, it's somehow involving them to have them talk directly to me about it. Yep, I started seeing the exact same psychotic people saying that was their security when they were actually lying about people continuously. Yep, they look very upset about random stuff. Yep, they said it the exact same thing every single time.
There's a parking lot.
They attacked the courthouse. I had a court case that actually should have been dropped, and people at the courthouse said that there was no way for them to do their jobs correctly because there's too many psychotic people running around without any court cases. Whenever there's actual evidence on the surveillance cameras, they said that there couldn't be because it wasn't their issue or their answer. Weird. Some of the people were quote-unquote security for other people, and they weren't. They were just wearing security outfits that weren't even real. First time I've seen people actually introduce themselves. Coming through.
Yeah, but you can't then use the key to get the door.
No, it can't. It's not heavy.
Okay.
Yep, that place was used against the MIT people that I knew. Hey, puppy. They keep saying bad things about people around me. Unless they're saying it about me, which they have been doing too. And then saying, why didn't you get fixed? Ha ha ha. Well, they're actually attacking the places I worked. It seems like there's very few actual people that are engineers here. Especially engineers that went to the same, convention as I did. because the people around them have been actually acting very strange, saying that they were there when they weren't at all. Yep, they keep trying to use that weird thing where they want people to walk back, and then somehow they're far enough away to say that I'm too busy. It's the exact same thing that we're constantly doing. And somehow they all made it into the same apartment complex as me when I was in Irvine. While I was working for a company being an engineer or a programmer, and their answer was that I wasn't high enough on the scale to scare them from misusing my name. Hey puppy. Excuse me. Have a great one. Last time he started yelling at me because his oil was being fixed by himself. Yep, I gotta upload this to YouTube. And they're still lying about how much evidence they have of me not working. They're psychotic. They're going to the places I work and trying to get the person that I was working for into trouble, saying that it was my fault. Had recording equipment just sitting outside while I walk right past. That's why I'm recording. Yep, somebody in there now. Yep, and they used to try to just run into me and say that it was my fault. Have a great one. usually bring out the same error. Saying that it's a frat thing when it's not. They have people following me around as if their situation was my situation. It wasn't, because they kept lying to people. They yell at me as if I was causing the issue. Now that I'm recording, lying about what I was doing. When I was in San Diego, they kept taking trips and saying that I had made them waste money. When I was working, they said that I made them waste money because they were just sitting there. Yep, and her inviting random people into her house so it looked like that they were the ones that were causing issues. That was the dumbest thing I've seen. Said it was the new American way, or the new Los Angeles way, to always blame somebody until they find a way to say that they had no money. It's weird. Yep, 17 minutes in. Yep, and if I wasn't recording, they'd send more and more people trying to blame me for it. And it looked very strange to a whole heap load of people. Why do they keep sending people out? Yep. And they tried to say that since I hung out with people who are actors, and now that they have security against me, even though they shouldn't, that they're going to get sued, while they were lying continuously, trying to make stuff stick that couldn't even possibly stick, until they started making it extremely, extremely dangerous when I was around. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen them come up with. Yep, and they still keep walking around saying they have everyone figured out while they're lying, and they just kept continually lying to people. Asked them questions about stuff that took place. They said that happened. Most people who are used to actually living in the city are able to talk normally. The other people that just keep making up stuff to try to get ahead, they just keep getting confused. And they keep misusing the actual place, saying that they don't know what to actually do. And they'll keep saying, that's what I said. That's not what I said. No, they've been lying for years. What is it? It was the Mary Kay situation where they're stealing stuff from other Mary Kay people, saying that they're FBI when they weren't. The situation with several different other things when the FBI was actually directly involved, and they kept thinking that it was a news report that was fake. And they continue to keep just putting all options just on themselves. That's the most psychotic. Even when other person is at a interview, they wouldn't even believe that they were at an actual interview and were lying to the people around them, saying that that's how they'll just go away and leave everybody alone, while they're constantly lying to people and stealing from people's plates. Like literally, they were stealing from people's restaurant plates and then laughing about how they never got caught when they constantly kept getting caught. Said you didn't even know me and you were calling the police on me every single time you saw me. That's psychotic. Yep, and she also tried to fake that I was attacking her. And she also punched a girl in the face for some reason, and then laughed about it and ran across the street saying that that's the new subject. Nope, and I'm not shutting it off because if I shut it off, they'll still start saying, okay, he put his phone down, now we can just send a whole heap of people to say he was the dumbest person in the world and was timed incorrectly, and that's how black people always get it wrong because they're always timed late, even when they're early or some other stupid stuff that they kept continually saying and lying to the police directly, so the police would respond incorrectly. African Americans make up 12% of the total U.S. population. Has been stuck there for years. And other people have been trying to continually make African American men and women angry at everybody. And if they're not angry, they'll call the police on them and say that they look suspicious. Yep, 23 minutes. It's a Saturday, and I would have actually been having a pretty good day. It's relaxing, but they kept using the same psychotic stuff. And the second that I open my phone, if I'm not doing what they believe I'm doing, they think that they are psychotic for believing that they can read the screen or the answers that I have on the phone and start saying that I'm doing it incorrectly. Same weird answers around people like this. It's a normal thing while they're constantly lying when I was at work. Literally, we're going to the place that I work saying that they had found a job for them. There is no actual employment at those places except for other situations, but they said that they wanted my job at the exact same spot where they actually tried to kidnap me. They wanted my job because black people are supposed to work 4 times as hard as them. So if they just sat there, they should get paid for it anyway. I don't know why they're getting angry at cameras. They already had the police on me for stopping my bike right there. Yep, all evil people in the cars would have been yelling at me to move, and they would have been honking their horns continuously, just like they were doing earlier this morning. A major homeless situation that they created, saying it was helpful to their actual weird wants and needs. It's from the 80s when they were actually misusing places, saying that they hallucinate the right place at the right time at the right places, which was actually psychotic. Actually looking at it like the prices are too crazy.
I'll never forget that shit.
Nope, they say the same phrases around people. So it's still from this place because they said that they knew the owner of the place. They actually held people hostage, saying that the person that was stealing from the place worked there. They didn't. Then the person that actually worked there, they actually held, was only doing it because they had stolen. Yep, and they're attacking random people right there because they were able to attack Sylvester Stallone and a couple other people, literally punched him, and then said that they're stronger for it, even though it's actually the same thing as punching a human or a civilian. That was another event, and they also attacked Bruce Willis. That's why he couldn't actually figure out what to do, or actually the situation why they were giving him a personal disease that would keep him strange, when he said that they were strange for attacking a random person just to laugh at them. All they were saying in Hollywood for the most part about the action heroes was that the World War II vets were going through a lot, World War I vets were going through a lot, and their stories sounded just like an action movie because there's a possibility that it actually took place. And some people weren't sure who was where, but they made it out. Other people took it really psychotic, saying that Delta Force doesn't do this, Delta Force doesn't do that. Sometimes they don't. They actually talk to people too. Some other people were just making up some fictitious stories about their family members, trying to get other people into trouble. They keep looking in disapproval for their psychoticness that they created, where they were stealing people's tips continuously. And then they say that they can instantly get a job there, saying that they were already figuring it out while they were actually not allowing people to pay and told them to leave when I was psychotic again. And they start following people around, saying that they wouldn't actually do that. And most of the places I worked at had startup companies or idea farms where NDA would actually make it to where there's no way their information would get lost or stolen. And there was a couple of people who were just lying, going to the places, saying that they knew everything, and kept making the same psychotic stories up as if the idea was stolen when it wasn't even possibly stolen. Unless they went to several other places, and some of them weren't reputable enough to actually complete the work and just left it sitting there as if they were still working on it. Ran into that multiple times when I was working for companies. And there's other people going to those places, making sure that it didn't get fixed or finished because they were psychotic. There were a couple of situations where some of the projects were 100% illegal, but the weirdest thing is that we couldn't do anything with the information technically, and if we did do something with the information, we had to give it to the right departments and the right government departments, and some people would block that one. Saying that they were just joking, while they were actually 100% serious trying to get other people into trouble. And not in the right way, where they were just making up psychotic answers. They were blocking people from reporting about a snuff film repository that was actually making the snuff films themselves, about contract signing online to make people their slaves, and many other things that I definitely wouldn't touch. And I actually even informed them that if you are 100% serious, I'm reporting you, and in technicality, I'm going to report you anyway. "33 minutes. Yep, and they caught a couple of people, but the way that they're actually perceiving it or making it is very psychotic. I had a direct connection with a person who wouldn't have been even capable of getting people if they continually kept drugging him, who was part of the FBI, who needed actual services that they kept blocking him from. And their only answer is that, oh, but the email system that the guy had was nice, but because you were black, we had to say it was a suicidal pact thing where they would actually be able to sign contracts and kill people. Yep. And the fentanyl situations has contracts, people stating that, oh, it's okay, I have an online thing, you just fill out this form and I'll look like a doctor to you. And they were actually having people commit suicide. And they still keep using that psychotic stare at people. Everybody has done that multiple times. Everybody has actually done this. Look down there to make sure that there isn't a person trying to attack them. Yep, and they're still looking at it like a person shouldn't be walking around. They're assuming that they could have control over the footage. The only footage that I'm showing is them sitting there eating, but if they're doing psychotic stuff, not my fault they got caught. Yep, I'm gonna upload all this stuff to YouTube before they try to say that, oh, I figured out something. They're lying.